Is air fried food healthy? Does air fryer cause cancer? So, you're already dreaming of eating guilt free samosa, pakoda, pizza, and whatnot thanks to all air fryer advertisements these days. But are air fried foods better for you? Well, I admit air frying is healthier than deep fried food. It cuts calories and fat by 70 to 80%. By air frying, you can cut down on many harmful effects of deep frying. But there is a risk too. So let's come to the question directly about air fryer risks that nobody will tell you. We will talk about safety too. Air frying produces high temperatures rapidly, which makes it easier to burn food quickly. Of course, charred food is not healthy, it can be carcinogenic. But there is a way to make air fryer cooking safe and reduce the risk of acrylamide formation. What's that? I will answer the air fryer safety question later in this video, so keep watching the video until the very end to find all answers and concerns about an air fryer. Well, an air fryer is an amazing machine. Ravneet Bhala has been using it for 6 years. You will find many air fryer review videos in YouTube that claim to know everything about air fryer cooking. But they have started using this appliance only recently. So how can they answer all of your air fryer questions? Don't buy an air fryer unless you watch this. Through this video, I intend to answer the most pressing air fryer questions. Does an air fryer really work without oil? Why is air fryer not healthy? Is air fryer healthier than a pan? Is an air fryer safe? Is zero oil cooking a reality? So let's come to the first question, how an air fryer works. It works by blowing hot air around the food. This helps give a crispy, crunchy texture to the food you are cooking in an air fryer. How does that happen? Well, when heat comes in contact with food, there is a chemical reaction or Maillard reaction. As a result of this reaction between an amino acid and sugar in food, it causes alterations in the color and texture, as well as flavor. What is the best air fryer in India? I have Prestige PAF3 Not Zero manual air fryer. It is my best friend for 6 years. Many of you call Ramneet Bhala queen of Indian air fryer recipes, and I accept it. Thank you for that. So let me take this opportunity to share my experience of using an Indian air fryer. Let's be frank with air fryer usage and review my Prestige air fryer that I bought 6 years ago for 3500 rupees only. Ravneet Bhala has been using air fryer for 6 years and there has been no looking back. So the first thing about an air fryer is that it is pocket friendly. When I was contemplating buying an air fryer in India, I had several questions about its safety and usage. I decided to go for it after doing a bit of research, as I always do before investing in anything from food to appliances. And if you're interested in reading research papers about air fryer, please find them in the description. I am happy I made that decision to buy an air fryer. What is an air fryer? An air fryer is like a mini oven where you set the temperature and time to cook, bake, or grill food. There's a bottom basket to place the food. The body is non-stick, though this is nothing to worry about as your food does not directly touch the basket. The digital models these days are slightly different and may come with options for preset cooking menus. I love my analog model though. All air fryers use hot air technology to cook food. You can bake, cook, fry, dehydrate, grill food in an air fryer. An air fryer saves time, money, and energy. When I say this, I emphasize on the fact that an air fryer is energy efficient. Since it needs only a small space to cook, it cooks really fast. That saves electricity bills. Now you might say that small space is a disadvantage and you will need to bake more batches instead of doing it in one go. Well, an air fryer cooks much quicker than any other appliance out there, so you don't need to preheat an air fryer for many recipes. So it saves time and energy. Of course, time saved is money, है ना? Energy efficient makes an air fryer pocket friendly too. Hey, it takes only a small amount of space on your countertop. It will sit quietly there without disturbing you much. You may even keep it in your living area if space constrains you, and trust me, it will become a focal point in your home. Guests might be interested in learning a little more about your air fryer love. So if you plan to invest in an air fryer to bake cookies, cakes, breads, yes, it's worth an investing in a very good one indeed. However, one limitation of an air fryer is its limited capacity. It's the best thing to own for a small family. But if you know Ravneet Bhala, you have seen me become jugadu in increasing the load capacity of my Prestige air fryer. Please check my previous air fryer recipes to know what I mean. However, nowadays there are talks about 4 or 5 liter air fryers. Oh my god, I am happy with my mini version. Can you bake cookies in air fryer? Can I bake a cake in air fryer? Yes. An air fryer behaves like a mini oven when it comes to baking cakes, cookies, bread, muffins and blah blah. The proof lies in this channel itself. Ravneet Bala loves baking her cookies, cakes, breads in air fryer. Hundreds of baking recipes in air fryer on the channel prove that. Is an air fryer worth buying to fry samosas, pakoras, vadas? Can you cook in air fryer with no oil? Well, an air fryer is known as a fryer for this reason. However, if you're dreaming of zero oil foods in air fryer, it is not possible because zero oil cooking for most recipes in air fryer does not work, let alone any other appliance. No, you cannot make deliciously fried food without oil in air fryer. Take my words for it. Unless you are ready to add some amount of fat to your air fried fritters, samosas, pakoras, vadas, and anything deep fried, you cannot get the same taste and texture as a fat, full fried snack. On top of it, you also need to experiment a little with the amount of moisture each recipe needs, along with oil, fat to fry in air fryer. So, zero oil cooking does not give the exact same result. Mind it, I have tried it several times and never achieved the result I wanted with no oil. Your family will start hating an air fryer if you go with zero oil foods. They become dry and some become rubbery too. For example, if you opt for air frying pani puri, the result is awesome and just like the real one if you add a little amount of fat. Without fat, the end result is crispy pani puri but something that lacks taste and it might cause digestion problems and it does not taste like pani puri either. The whole idea of buying an air fryer is to substitute it as an alternative to fried foods. But that would make little sense if the air fried food does not appeal to the taste of your family. It would help to go with 1 teaspoon or tablespoon of fat instead of opting for zero oil in many air fried recipes. Trust my words for it. How does an air fry grill? Can you cook vegetables in an air fryer without oil? Well, an air fryer is an amazing machine, but again, make sure the food has moisture and fat to get that tandoori effect. It makes no sense to go for zero oil if you end up with charred food. It could be cancerous. It's still better to go with little fat and make food juicy. I mean, who does not love the idea of juicy food? Who wants to go for dried vegetables? For example, if you choose to fry vegetables in air fryer, you want to make sure they have a good amount of moisture and a little bit of fat so they do not dry under the heat of an air fryer. For example, I bake Karela in air fryer. There are differences between what you want to do with Karela, whether you want to make it a stir fried vegetable or a crispy chip that will decide the amount of moisture and fat in the recipe. Is an air fryer safe? An air fryer works on the basis of hot air technology, unlike a microwave that depends on radiation waves for cooking. That's what makes a microwave riskier than an air fryer. An air fryer, as I have already said, is a mini oven. It's safe and causes no radiation risk. So, is air fryer food healthy? Well, cooking food at low temperatures for longer is the best way to make air fryer cooking safe, as it reduces the risk of acrylamide formation. Acrylamide is usually formed when food is heated at a high temperature for long. When you aim for that golden texture and taste, you tend to heat food at a higher temperature, and that is wrong. Now, even deep frying makes food prone to acrylamide. But since our goal is to make food healthy, aim for a golden yellow color when frying in air fryer. Follow all the air fry usage tips and your air fryer will become your best friend. Is an air fryer easy to maintain? Well, you can clean an air fryer with liquid soap. The basket is easy to remove, so it becomes quite easy to clean as well. Use a soft sponge for cleaning. You can even wash the basket like you wash utensils. However, avoid scrubbing. You can use a little bit of baking soda, lime juice, or vinegar to make it aromatic as well. If your air fryer has tough stains of cooked food, simply let the basket soak in warm water for a few hours. Drop in little amount of baking soda, lime juice, or vinegar. Then use a sponge or cotton cloth to clear it all off. This way your air fryer will smell good. Is an air fryer energy efficient? Absolutely. An air fryer does not consume a lot of electricity. So you don't have to worry about utility bills running high when you use an air fryer. Which air fryer is best in India? Well, Indian consumers love Philips, but I own Prestige that entered my life 6 years ago. The appliance is my best friend and light in weight. It is so easy to clean and carry around. You can place it on your tabletop and it will adorn your counter. The Black Beauty went with me on my road trip to Orissa, 2000 miles away. It takes a little space and fits in your four wheeler easily. You can place it on a marble top or even wood, as I have done. This has literally been no problem whatsoever. Can you use aluminium foil in an air fryer? Well, your biggest fear is that a foil might burn in an air fryer, but it does not burn or catch fire if secured tightly in the basket. It should not fly in air fryer, so make sure it is tightly set. However, using an aluminium foil for heating purposes is not a rational decision. You don't want to use low-grade aluminium to leach into your food, right? In my 6 years of air fryer journey, I have never used foil in air fryer. In fact, I have only recently started using baking wraps in my appliance because they are a better choice than a foil. One drawback of air fryer is that some foods might fly when you heat them at a higher temperature. In that case, you can use a strainer or a mesh to cover the food so that it does not fly. So, I hope Ravneet Bhala has been able to answer your air fryer doubts. If you still have any questions about air fryer usage, safety, or any other questions, please ask in comments. Let's connect, friends. I'll be happy to help. Chalo ji, take care until we meet next. See you soon with yet another healthy recipe.